As you know, Tiffany Henyard is up for re-election in a couple of days, and to instill confidence among the public about her good intentions, she is going on a full-blown media blitz. Okay, she's posting a lot of stuff on her Facebook. This video starts with a picture of a sign announcing the arrival of a new water park in the community. And of course, the sign has her picture on it, as well as the picture of a new park. A water park. In this video, Tiff is going to bellyache that the Board of Trustees just snatched this dream park from the citizens of Dolton. But I have my suspicions. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With cold, blunt analysis cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's time for the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
Okay, so my first question is this an artist rendering of the park drawn up by the architect? If so, that land is nowhere near large enough to house it. Now, it says that the trustees rejected a $600,000 grant for Dolton residents, ostensibly to build this park, and I can tell you that no freaking way are you building a water park for $600,000, especially the one shown in the artist rendering at the start of the video. I have written successful park grants. Typically, a fairly good-sized park runs around $2 million. Not a water park, mind you, but a regular park, with grass and slides and swing sets and restrooms. Water parks are far more costlier to build and especially to maintain. So I'm already suspicious of this claim that the town was going to get a new water park built for $600,000.
So I am asking again the board to support $600,000 coming to our community to build up our community.
She says to support $600,000. You don't support money. You support the submission of the grant, or you support the acceptance of the award. She edited that part out, and I'm curious why. Why would they not want the grant? For one, you might get a grant to build the park, but then you have to maintain it. Unlike a traditional park, which you can maintain with a ground crew showing up every other week to do landscaping, a water park requires an actual full-time staff. Who's going to pay for that? And you will need to maintain the plumbing. Is Dolton's Parks District up to the challenge? Did the Parks District Superintendent support the project? If not, no Board of Trustees is going to approve it. And if you remember, Tiffany and the Parks District Superintendent got into a real battle over something very silly, and that silliness was all on Tiffany. The people in those homes you see in the background might have raised hell as well. Parks bring noise and quite often crime. I know because I fielded concerns from citizens about building new parks in their neighborhood. Parks are gang magnets, so now you have to step up your police enforcement. There could have been concerns over the location. Would the streets need upgrading? Does the village even need a water park? Have they surveyed those living near the site location? Is there any buy-in for the park? For example, have any of the residents helped design the park's amenities? That's a typical requirement of a park grant program. The biggest concern might have been Tiffany Henyard. That park might have never been built, and for $600,000, I don't see how it could have been. The trustees might have smelled some funny business with the contractors that she wanted to bring into the project. A year later, the land is tore up, but nothing has been built. But the contractors have received their money. I can't believe I'm saying these things about honest Tiff. Keep in mind that if you don't do what you're supposed to, the state can demand all of its money back, and they're not going to care that you already spent most of it.
We put it in, but we're working. And I don't mind you guys knowing it if you guys will work with me and stop working against me.
Work with me. Work against me. This park is all about Tiffany. And I think the trustees sniffed that out right away.
That's all I've asked this board to ever do. So I'm asking again, can you please support the grant for the $600,000 so we can give them the resolution so we can receive the money?
It sounds like someone submitted a grant and it won. and now the trustees simply don't want to accept the grant award. This sounds more and more like Tiffany didn't get approval from the board before submitting the application.
For the kids district. Let's call the roll.
Trustee House,
No.
Trustee Norwood,
No.
Trustee Steve,
No.
Trustee Holmes,
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
No. Now y'all see how this game
Motion
goes.
failed.
$600,000 y'all gonna pass up. That's crazy. That's crazy as hell. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
That isn't crazy. Plenty of towns never bother to pursue these grants for the reasons I already discussed. This is not unusual at all.
But anyway,
It says that Kids District would have cost taxpayers $0. That's unusual. Most park grants require cost sharing. In other words, the village would need to pony up a portion of the costs. But of course, the village is going to shoulder the burden of operating and maintaining a water park forever. So Tiffany ends the video to tell us who only a fool would vote for it in the upcoming election. I know small town government pretty well. In my opinion, Dolton would not be able to support a water park financially. This is a poor town. In 5 years, you could easily see a dilapidated park sitting in the middle of the city with overgrown weeds and graffiti. Anyone who has driven from Barstow to Las Vegas knows what I'm talking about. So, in my estimate, the Board of Trustees probably made the right call. Like my video and subscribe to my channel.